This behind one of the Manchester wood Mount Equinox on that side, and into.
Here's I was Chief Justice
by gunsmith John Dowd in Goshen, Connecticut. So he died in March. And we're lucky.
Good evening. I'm Judge Munson. As a former president of the Dellwood Cemetery Association, I wish to thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you and welcome. I'm Mary Campbell Munson, and this is my husband, Judge Loveland Munson, Chief Justice of the Vermont Supreme Court.
That is, I was Chief Justice prior to ending up here in 1921. I was appointed an Associate Justice by Governor Dillingham in 1889 to fill a Supreme Court vacancy. Elected to the post again in 1890, I served on the court until, well, here I am.
The judge was a Vermont State Representative in 1882, the year we were married. Even then, he had an impressive record of public service, having served 2 prior terms on the Vermont House of Representatives and 1 term in the Vermont Senate. In the Senate, he was elected President Pro Tem. Loveland, tell them about some of your other achievements.
Well, you know I don't like talking about myself, Mary. I like it even less than when I made presentations to the jury in the rough and tumble of the trial court. However, I was born, and Mary and I lived, in the brick house on Main Street in front of the Orvis Outlet Barn. It later became the Black Swan Restaurant and now has the Heron and Ugg outlets. My father, Cyrus Munson, built it in 1834. That house and barn graced a huge tract of farmland, confiscated from Tories, and subsequently purchased by my great-grandfather, Jared Munson, who came to Manchester in 1778. As a point of interest, it was Ira Allen who devised the plan to confiscate Tory property and sell it to finance the fighting regiment in the War of Independence.
Loveland, I know you're fond of history, as am I, but we're here to talk about our place in local affairs.
Quite so, Mary. However, as concerns history, your detailed history of the Burnburton Seminary and of the Congregational Church, and my history of the Manchester are important resources that we leave to the community.
Loveland's father was a charter trustee of Burnburton and served as its president.
I was a 14-year-old student when he died. Later, I too became a trustee and served for 48 years, many as board president. I recall the Manchester Journal was founded in 1861. I left Burnburton the following year and became assistant to the editor. But the editor, and then his replacement, were soon off participating in the War of the South. So, in rapid order, I became co-editor, then editor.
Loveland's editorials were described as long, profound, and well-written, a sign of the sound reasoning and eloquence he would bring into his work in the law. Even today, one of his legal opinions, Plouffe v. Putnam, is still cited as precedent.
I studied the law in the office of Elias B. Burton, who rests over there at that obelisk. Was admitted to the bar in 1866 and entered law practice in partnership with Mr. Burton. My first appointment to the bench was as Judge of Probate for the Manchester District.
That was in the year following our marriage, Loveland. After leaving Burr and Burton, I had gone to Smith College. My, how busy we were in those days.
Yeah.
I began teaching Sunday school class to girls at the Congregational Church and continued to do so for 50 years. I was active in the Burr and Burton Alumni Association, and I founded a social club, the Monday Club, which is still in existence today. I served as the first president of the Manchester District Nursing Association, and I also served as a trustee of Mark Skinner Library. Loveland was instrumental in the founding of the library and served as its president. Yet, aside from our many interests and associations, the judge and I lived a very simple and temperate, some would say austere, home life.
Even here, this final resting place is without any elaborate memorial display. We deeply believe that every citizen owes certain duties in the town and community in which they live. That is what we leave to posterity.